Hi, thanks for joining us at Hidden Gems, the web show that talks about directors of popular movies and taking a look at their lesser-known films. Today's director is Matthew Vaughn. His works include X-Men First Class, Kick-Ass, and more recently, The Kingsman. Our panel will be discussing one of Vaughn's earlier works, Layer Cake, and what makes this film a hidden gem.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Daniel. This week we'll be looking at Layer Cake, directed by Matthew Vaughn.
Layer Cake is a really good movie that was made in 2004. It's well acted, well shot. It pulls you in and leaves you satisfied at the end, I think.
I agree with you. The acting in this movie was pretty good. We got some really good actors before they got big. The main one being Daniel Craig, who is Bond now.
Yeah, and one of the actors, Michael Gambon, who's the secondary antagonist, he was Dumbledore. You'll notice a lot of people who say, I know him from something.
Yeah.
That's one of those movies where they've got a lot of really good British actors who get a lot of work, so you're going to notice them.
There's also a lot of small bit parts in there that are people who just like really do a really good job, and you haven't seen him in anything else. Like, where else have you seen Duke in any movie? I don't think.
No, Duke's been in a few. I can't name them.
All right, that's fine. But yeah,
we can find that out. But he's been a bad guy. He's one of those guys. He's got one of those faces where he's always the
angry.
Yeah. His girlfriend in the movie was in Godzilla as Wanatabe's assistant.
Yeah.
The let them fight. That guy.
Yeah.
Let's see. The acting, good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Streams together. Nobody's really bad.
It didn't seem like there was nobody who really pulled you out of it. There was no real flat performances in this film.
Yeah. Everybody had their part, did it well.
Well directed is probably a big part of it. The visuals in this movie are really incredible. This opening shot, like right when they open the movie, there's a really long shot of Daniel Craig walking through what would be a store, and there's a bunch of bottles on the walls of drugs, and then he's like, one day all of this will just be legal, and as he's walking it transitions into like a pharmaceutical company, not a company,
a drugstore.
A drugstore, yes, thank you.
Where all these legal drugs, that as long as they're made by a pharmaceutical company, are legal.
And he picks up a bottle and hands it to the guy, and then he goes to his store. He goes to a place to make his drugs, basically, and it's all just like a big seamless shot. And the way that the shots are put together too, it's a very inspiring, if nothing else. Like,
some of them they don't connect visually, but they seamlessly go together.
Yeah, like it's a good time to talk about the editing now. So like, instead of like just having hard cuts or like something like in Star Wars where it's just like a black fade to something, like as somebody's opening a door, that door will be the door to the next scene, and it'll just go into it. It's the easiest way to put it.
The camera will pan over to a wall, and the wall and the room is
fade,
the next
basically.
scene.
It's just a new scene happening in there. It's all very seamless, and it keeps you in the movie, which I know Ryan is a big fan of, not being pulled out of it.
Yeah, I don't want jerky movements or jerky camera work. I like it to make sense. Scene A goes to scene B, and even if it's part D in the film, as long as it's connected in some way and doesn't jerk you out of it, it's good.
I know you were a really big fan of the music.
The music, from Rolling Stones to Duran Duran to Joe Cocker, the music behind this that you're listening to keeps you in the movie. It fits the scene. It's catchy, and the soundtrack adds to the movie, which is very important.
Yeah, because sometimes directors can use a song that like just doesn't fit in that place at all, and you're just like, why is this song here?
Yeah.
Sometimes to comedic effect, but other times it just pulls you out.
Even when it's like that, you know why.
Yeah.
You feel that they use this song for something that's a hidden meaning.
The music feels very deliberate in this movie.
Yes,
is a good way to put it.
It all flows. Flowing is good.
What else do we have?
The cinematography.
Yeah. Well, we talked about the cinematography a little bit with the long shots, and I mean, if you want to get more technical, like the color grading and everything is all very consistent, and it keeps you in world, and it's an English movie, and it seems like it was filmed in England because it was, but like it's not like you're seeing super bright scenes and stuff that like wouldn't make sense in there. It all seems very
well put together.
Yeah, well put together.
For his first film, this is
definitely.
I mean, he'd done he'd done a lot of television.
He was a producer too.
Yeah, and he was a producer, but for a first film, he
also was watching somebody really good at making movies, and
Guy
he learned a
Ritchie,
lot
yeah.
from that. So
Guy Ritchie, though, the difference between these two, there is a definite difference between these two filmmakers.
yeah.
Guy Ritchie likes to do. He's consistent in it, so it flows. But he likes to do a lot of cuts.
Yeah.
And jerky.
He's a more action movie director.
Yeah.
Like
Matthew Vaughn flows. I mean, he's just. It's like you're looking at tap dancing or ballet.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, stuff like that.
Guy Ritchie is tap dancing. Matthew Vaughn is ballet.
And you can see that in his.
scene,
You can see it in his new movies too.
Yeah, you know you're watching a Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah, definitely.
And now you're starting to learn how Matthew Vaughn, but Matthew Vaughn.
He's made 6 at this point, so people are starting to understand what his style is.
Yeah, and it flows, and it for his first film, you knew you were watching a sort of Guy Ritchie film.
Yeah, well, Guy Ritchie was supposed to direct it.
Yeah.
So, and I really enjoyed the movie, especially for a first outing from a director, and I've liked all of his. Since I saw this movie, I have made it a point to watch all of his other movies that have come out because of how good this was. The filmmaking is incredible, as we were talking about earlier, and it's just a really well put together movie. Layer Cake came out in 2004. It's directed by Matthew Vaughn. It had a $6 million budget. It features Daniel Craig before he became James Bond. It's an English gangster movie. Its runtime is 105 minutes. Our next episode, we'll be looking at a John Carpenter film.
Hello and welcome to Hidden Gems, the show that looks at the Hello and welcome to Hidden Gems, the show that looks at directors and their little-known films. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Daniel. This week we're going to be talking about Layer Cake, directed by Matthew Vaughn. And we have to talk.
What?
And we have to talk about the movie, which is like what I was saying.